If you're interested in the current state of affairs in the very corrupt medical industry in Birmingham, Alabama, yes, this needs immediate outside intervention. The authorities in the state of Alabama, in the cities, in the counties, they are not doing anything about this stuff. Corruption is the norm. I will direct you to this website. It's called Indeed. Now, what you can do here is, if you have worked at a company, any company, basically, any place of employment, you can leave a review about your experience there. And this also goes for medical practices, hospitals, doctors' offices, etc. I'll share a trick also about using the Indeed website. Once you type in the business or employer that you want to see the reviews on, they will display several, and then after like 6 or 7 reviews, you'll see that there may be hundreds or thousands of other reviews that you can't read because the body of the text has been blurred out. They want you to leave your review as an employee of the company to get access to read the other reviews. Well, there's a way around this, and I'll tell you how to do this. What you do is the headlines to the reviews, you can read those. And you right-click your mouse button over the headline, open that as a new page or a new tab in your web browser, and you can read that review. And yeah, it's a bit tedious, but using this technique, you can read every single review that's left on the Indeed website without having to enter in any type of information. Okay, we go to Indeed and start typing in some of the names of these medical practices and hospitals, etc. And you'll very quickly see it's not just me as a patient relating these negative experiences. The actual people who work for these also have some stories to tell, and they can do so here more or less anonymously. If you're thinking about going to a medical practice in Birmingham, Alabama, go to Indeed and read the experiences of people who have worked in these places first. And some of these reviews are jaw-dropping. Alright, American Family Care, AFC Urgent Care. They have several clinic locations across the Birmingham, Alabama area and in other states. 487 reviews on Indeed.com. I went through and read most of these, and what I can say is that the overwhelming majority of these employee reviews are negative. And yeah, after reading through this stuff, I don't see how any company, especially a medical practice, can still be in business after being so negatively reviewed. I was a patient there in 2019. I had a very negative experience. I almost died from the injury that I had. And I will share that following reading through a couple of these reviews. I found 2 reviews that reference this item that I found details on the website of the FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation. American Family Care, Inc. to pay $1.2 million to settle allegations of inflated Medicare claims. American Family Care, Inc. has agreed to pay the government, that's the United States government, $1.2 million to resolve allegations under the False Claims Act that it knowingly submitted claims to Medicare for outpatient office visits that were billed at a higher rate than was appropriate. The Justice Department of the United States of America announced today, American Family Care is a network of walk-in medical clinics headquartered in Birmingham, Alabama, with offices in Alabama, Tennessee, and Georgia. Quote, mischarging the government for office visits wastes valuable government resources that could be used to care for other patient needs, said Assistant Attorney General for the Justice Department Civil Division. At a time of increasing concern about the cost of medical care, it is especially important to ensure that healthcare providers are not overbilling the government by improperly inflating their claims. So among the negative employee reviews that refer to this incident, I found this one. Quote, this company needs to be shut down immediately. Lab Tech, former employee, Tennessee, September 27, 2014. This company should be shut down for insurance fraud, which they have been sued for before, but it's still going on. The company is unprofessional in all kind of ways. The corporate management and office management does not recognize their workers. They look down upon their workers, and the thing about it is they have never had any kind of medical background in their lives. The physicians that work have no idea what the heck they are doing. They look up demonstrations on YouTube to see how it's done. We have complained about a physician so many times to our manager and to our corporate office, and they will not do anything about it. Even when he is doing illegal practices and running up patients' insurance bills so he can have that physician's bonus. This company needs to be reported and shut down immediately. And I found this related employee review. Quote, corporate does not care about employees. Employee, former employee, Birmingham, Alabama, May 18, 2020. It is a constant battle between corp and clinics. The managers have so much piled on their plate every day, week. There's no time to get it done. Corp changed manager from salary to hourly and expect the same amount of work for them while they work them. But God forbid working bare staff that an emergency come in because there is never enough staff to do anything. If AFC was financially broken, then why do they continue to expand in other states? It is just amazing how the owner builds a storage building behind the corporate office to hold his cars, and some, that is workers, have not gotten raises in 3 years. And if they do not stop overcharging for the COVID testing, the FBI will be back in like it was in 2012. So yes, please go check out the reviews of American Family Care. Own it indeed. You'll see some shocking things. And I really hope that the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Northern District of Alabama, the Department of Justice, Civil Division, Commercial Litigation Branch, the Office of Inspector General of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation, which was involved in this 2014 litigation against AFC Urgent Care, watches my videos, and they need to look at this stuff and some of the other things that are out there, and they need to close this place permanently. So what happened to me? Yes, I was a patient at American Family Care, the Parkway East location in 2019. By 2019, they apparently still have not cleaned up their act or ascribed to professional business practices. I had an x-ray done at the clinic, $175, cash. I was told that I had no injuries appear in my x-ray. I'll put the x-rays up here from the visit. I'll put up the medical records, and you can see this for yourself. I've shown this in many hours of video. you can watch on my YouTube channel, My Medical Nightmare. The medical doctor that reviewed my x-ray was not located in the state of Alabama. This was telemedicine through Xperity. The doctor was Anna Maria Eknick, MD, DABR. She said I had no injuries in the x-ray. The injury that I actually did have, I had broken the underside of my skull. And the point where I had this x-ray taken, I had many months of infection that had set in my upper neck and around the broken underside of my skull. I almost died from this injury. Not very happy about what happened to me. I tried to get this corrected because I'm self-pay. I don't have insurance or a source of income. $175 is a lot to somebody like myself. I feel like I was ripped off. I tried to go into the clinic. I tried to talk to the doctors. I tried to call Xperity. I tried to call the supervising doctor, Christopher Blake Thomas, who's, last time I checked, practicing up on Highway 280 near Mountain Brook at the Caba Village AFC location. He gives a false name out to people who call the clinic, and he says his name is Sadler. The other managers and staff of the AFC facilities, they also know this medical doctor as Sadler, Saddler. False names and pseudonyms used by state of Alabama licensed medical practitioners. I believe that this violates ethics and possibly the law. So I've made the Alabama Board of Medical Examiners aware of my situation as well. But yeah, go up to My Medical Nightmare on YouTube. Read my interactions with all these people. I recorded my phone calls with AFC, with Xperity. I called the CEO of Xperity. Okay. Dr. David Stern. Yeah, this company is valued at over $1 billion. None of the involved or associated parties, medical doctors, facilities, etc., will claim responsibility for the services that were provided to me. They won't acknowledge the injury. They won't correct their mistake. And this is not acceptable.